Hello and welcome back to Jesse's Vintage Garage, and we got the Road Glide here. This video we're going to be working on it again. That's a long story, but I'll start off by just saying I got this out early in the morning to go for a ride, and about halfway through my ride, my brother was like looking down at the bike, and he's like, "Hey, there's something hanging underneath your bike." And I'm like, "What?" So I get off and then I look underneath of it, and for some reason, the front motor mount rubber piece has melted away and into a pile hanging underneath of it. So this is one of them new fancy poly lifetime rubber mounts for the front here, and it has gone bad somehow. I'll go show you the clump that was hanging down, but look at there, it's all gone. Yeah, it's bad. Gotta replace this. So we'll be working on replacing this and checking the other ones back here. Swing arm ones. They're inside this bracket here, behind here. I can't see it very well. But according to my father, he said that we shouldn't have to remove the exhaust and stuff. Well, we'll see how that goes. The other side's easier to get to, I believe. So we're gonna inspect them, make sure they're not doing the same thing. Okay, so here's what's left of the rubber polyurethane motor mount that's remaining. This is what was the clump of stuff hanging from the bike and laying on the ground. It kind of went back to its original sort of shape. It's really gooey. I'm not really sure what's going on here or how it decomposed or broke down like this, because it shouldn't have done this. And there's no heat where that front motor mount's at, but it's real sticky and gooey. And when I got the bike from my family friend there that had this bike, he ended up putting one of these in. And I'm not gonna be talking bad about this. I have no idea. This thing is like 20 years old, because I think we did this back in like 2008 or something, or 9, when this got replaced with one of these. And it's lived a long time. I'm not sure if it's actually lifetime warranty. I don't see that written here anywhere. Oh, here we go. So it talks about how warrants this product to be free from defects in material and workmanship to the original owner for a period of 2 years. This doesn't apply to me. This warranty doesn't. So me calling them and complaining about it, not being able to produce a receipt, would be inapplicable here in this situation. So I'm going to work on getting a new one put in. And I'm not saying this is bad. Actually, these are really good. I really suggest you get these. I'm not really sure why this one did this. So, but I'm going to put something else in here. I'm not sure if it's going to be better or not, but I don't really care right now. I need to get it back up and running. It's like the 3rd time I rode it this year. What is it? It's August 2nd right now. And just kind of sucks, but yeah, like I said, we're going to check the rear ones just to make sure that we ain't doing something weird too. So anyways, this is the brand you should look for, but I think I'm going to put a different one in. I think I'm going to put in a probably a cheaper one or something, maybe. I'm not sure. But Drag Specialties makes a poly heavy duty one too. I might go with one of them. Check it out, see how it goes. But yeah, this is crazy. But anyway, yeah, it made for a bad day, because I ended up riding for a little bit longer, and I didn't really want to do that because the front motor mount missing, it puts a lot of stress on everything else. So I got to a point where I could have a trailer come and get the bike, and went that route. So yeah, if something like this ever happens, yeah, just don't ride anymore until you can fix it. Let's see how easy it is to fix it in this video here. Well, here's the package, but I did go with the Drag Specialties front motor mount. It's a 0933-0135. It fits all 1980 FLTs, FLHTs, FLHs, all the way up to 2008, because they changed this motor mount in 09. So, yeah, so we'll see here in a minute. I just happen to grab the package here and took it out, and we're getting ready to put it in right now. So let's go do this. We're gonna get started working on this, and it's pretty much a simple process. We gotta get in here with a jack, lift up the motor, loosen this bolt, and we should be able to pull this out. And then while it's loosened up with the jack, we'll be able to slide the new motor mount in there. So we're gonna get started here, see how this works out. We got the jack underneath here. We got the little bit of pressure off the motor mount, and we're working on getting those nuts loose now up there. Using a 3/4 inch and 9/16 is what it takes to get that off there.
I'm gonna have to pull on this.
Okay. We've got the jack out now, and he's working on getting the other part of the mount taken off. It's actually 11/16 on that bolt. There isn't much left of that motor mount to compare it to our new one. Our new one looks like this. I showed it earlier, but this part here is a big flat washer on it. And this ends up being the bottom because the washer was still there with the other mount. It looks like this, and we were able to get rid of this piece because it's built into this one here. So, and then we'll mount this one in, and it'll be good to go hopefully.
Got a big special washer nut.
Oh, that's for the hold this on.
Yeah, here's
that's for the ease.
Here's part of the centerpiece.
Here's the centerpiece is what's remaining, and the stuff. The stuff is all still gooey after this long amount of time. I wasn't able to get back to work on this bike right away after the first few segments in this video. It's now September, and we're trying to get a bunch of their stuff done around here. And anyway, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I'm gonna work on getting this in the rest of the way, this new one, and we'll check out the rear mounts too in the end of the video here. So this special nut here and bolt here, this ends up being a 9/16 head bolt, and then this special big flange nut here is 11/16, and yeah, so it sandwiches it together to the frame, and then of course the engine goes through this part here, the center one, right? Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So.
Can't get this bolt out of here either.
All right.
It's holding on the motor mount.
All right, we're to the point now we need to lift the motor back up. We can pull this all out. Then we can swap out the mounts.
I think we got to loosen this and move it out of the way.
What's that? What are you pointing at?
The voltage regulator is keeping the bolt from lifting out. We're going to have that out of there in order to get the new mount in, because we can't raise it this amount plus slide the mount in there. So this is going to have to come loose and raise it up out of the way. There's two bolts that hold this on. One on each side, right here, and one on the other side, and it holds this regulator up here.
Yeah, okay.
It's the...
Maybe we can see it all. Here, you check it out.
It's the regulator.
Other way. Tilt it.
There it is. The regulator right there is keeping the bolt from coming out. So we're going to have to loosen those two nuts so we can lift that out of the way.
Okay. Here we are. We got the regulator up out of the way. And we should have enough room here to... Well, you got the bolt out already. But yeah, we should be able to get the motor lifted up. And the new one dropped in there. So let's see what happens here. After looking at Joe's bike, we've noticed that this motor mount, actually the washer part goes to the top. So there's a chance this other motor mount might have been designed differently that we took out, and that's why the washer was at the bottom. Or it melted away so bad that the washer fell to the bottom. So it's hard to tell. But this is how it goes in. Now we're going to try to get it pried in there because there's just not enough clearance. So it should go in. So we got it raised up just enough to pop it in. And there was just enough room there. Now we're putting it all back together. Here we go. Here's the here's a picture of the manual here, and it talks about the motor mounts. It's mostly explaining the bottom stabilizer link, which is this part here, which we didn't mess with. We just messed with this part. It says to check it, but doesn't really talk about the specs and stuff. So this is a 7/16 bolt going through, and then these two over here are 3/8 bolts with 9/16 heads. And this little book here, my little cheat sheet book, talks about the front motor mount bolt being 33 to 38 foot-pounds. We're going to torque it to 38 foot-pounds, and we're going to tighten up these smaller bolts pretty tight. It doesn't really explain them in here. But I dug around for a while looking for this, but that's kind of what I come up with. I'm going to check the front of this section just in case there's numbers there, but I already looked once. Okay, here we go. Okay, not too far. Special tools for everything. Maintenance schedule. Yeah, the front of this section doesn't show the torque specs either, so but each segment does when you're working on each component area. So all right, we're gonna go with that 38 foot-pounds on this bolt here for sure. Well, here we are. We got the new motor mount in place, and we have the bolts torqued down 33 to 38 foot-pounds, and now we got to put the regulator back on, and we'll be pretty much done up here in the front, and then we'll go look at the rear swing arm mounts. I got the little chrome cover off there, and I don't see nothing oozing out. Is that better view? Yeah. I don't really see much oozing out. There might be something here on top now. See it? Kind of soft. If you look inside here though, you can see rubber mount back here. Yeah, right here. It's still dense. I don't know. Maybe down the road I might have to fix these out, switch these out, because looks like this is gooing up right here on the top. Yeah. We'll see. Anyways, this pretty much finishes up the front motor mount part of the situation here. I'll probably ride it and see how this goes, and see how the rear feels when I'm riding. But if we have to replace this, we'll come back again sometime and do that, because I don't have parts for this right now. So the rear pillow blocks might be okay. Rubber mounts might be okay. If not, we're going to work on that some other time down the road. Like I said, I'll ride it and see how it goes. But this is what's left of the mount that was in there. This is the glob that I talked about in the very beginning. And then what the remains of the rest of it was. So, quite the deal. And hopefully this new one doesn't do this and lasts a little while longer. So anyway, hope you enjoyed everything on this video. It was kind of a quick maintenance switch out video, but yeah, it was kind of fun. So we'll see you again soon.